Guys, I'm at Barry Tour. We're in this, like, literally in the garage, and like we got like trains in there, and there's a pacer over there, and there's the train we just went on. We're having a tour.
Filming here with television companies, and we've had we were on Casualty a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that was
You saw Casualty?
yeah.
Did you?
Last night it was on.
Oh, it was on last night as well.
It was filmed.
This is quite an interesting locomotive. It's very rare to see something like this in South Wales because it's called an electro-diesel locomotive. So basically, it's a Class 73. It was originally, or for many years, when the Channel Tunnel was being built, it used to rescue the French trains because it's got the special Schaffenburg coupler which comes down. So it's very, very unique to see this because it's got a shoe on the bottom which collects the juice of the third rails. So you don't see these in South Wales at all. So we've got it here on store, and we've had it here for many years, and we're hoping they've forgotten about it. So we're going to keep keeping it as it is. But we do run it on a regular basis. Sometimes we run Iris, and other times we run our class.
73118. Yes, there's like the.
Hey, God, this is a
Oh, gee.
recently odd stuff like that one.
No, you don't see.
Yeah, that was a reason now. Is it? Yeah, when we had a car.
Gatwick Express. Oh my days, is that a freight train?
So if you notice the carriage that you're walking past, it's got Gatwick Express written on it. And we've got 6 of these original Gatwick liveries. And that livery is a figment of the BBC's imagination because when they were filming Casualty, the stickers on inside. And it's great because they used to run in the early 90s inside. How things have changed.
Welcome to London.
My favourite logo in the shed is the 08, which is, I'm sure everybody has seen these. We are blue, but this is a lighter shade of blue. It's actually ICI blue because it was in Whitton, up in the northeast of England, at the ICI factory. So, has anybody ever heard of a Gronk? So there we are. Well, you can tell everyone that awful thing. They only go about 50 mile an hour, but they can pull a huge load. And this would literally pull down the shed if it wanted to. It's that powerful. And then we've got the sandbox here. So if there's a bit of slippery rails, then we put a bit of sand on the rails, and then it grips the rails and it doesn't move. Well, it does move, but it doesn't.
Stand by here. That phone is going to.
So this is a very old. It's been used as a mess room.
I'm watching.
So this is 6686. So if you'd like to walk down and have a look, you're very welcome. And you'll see that.
Yeah. OMG.
It needed the shell get any worse. So we've got 8 years plan on this to get this going again. And this is on there. And as I say, somebody in the BBC drama department thought that. It can lift up and it can go on the rails. So this was used on the. So it's a very versatile machine. It's not a train and it's not a truck. It's a bit of a combination of the two.
That's no 9 what?
This is what my favourite.
We can go on the road or on.
They can go on the
Right.
You can see the toilet. Oh, plenty to do.
So you can see it's got the old branch. Now this is one of the, and it had a very, very special purpose. It's actually called a whitewash coach. And if you can imagine today that you've got the radio survey trains that go along our railways examining the track, well, this was the very first primitive form of railway inspection track. And what you used to have a man in there with a system full of whitewash or paint. And as it was going along the tracks, if there was a kink or a buckle in the rail, he'd pull the lever, the paint or the whitewash would drop onto the track, and then the track inspectors would come along, they'd see a bit of whitewash and they'd know there was a defect on the track. So very, very primitive, a very first form of railway survey train. It's a wooden frame coach. And it's the only wooden frame coach that can travel on British Railways at 100 miles an hour. And you'll see some pictures of it here of when it was in its heyday. Unfortunately, it spent the last 30 years rotting away outside one of the reasons that it's here is because John Buxton, our chairman, back in 1975, he actually used to work on it. So he had a bit of an affection for it, so he decided to bring it back here. Yeah. And again, these can come down. So this was actually used in the Seven Temples. That I don't know, to be honest. I wouldn't want to
Cold. That's full. Put cold in that.
So what do you think about this for an idea is we get the boiler, we get the steam loco, we put the two together and it works. So we wave the magic wand and it's all done. But you can see some photographs of what it was like when it was in Woodland Scrapyard. And you can see what it
Tutu slash RB. I've never seen one of them.
how it might look. But you can imagine the weight of these things, like the loco that we just saw, and this boiler, and you can imagine the two of them together. That's what it should look like. Now look at this. This is great. Now, wouldn't we all like to have a go on that? I certainly would. To it. Well, we have great fun getting in the depot, as you can imagine. And then this was donated to us by ICI. It's yet another road rail vehicle, and this was used in the shunting down at Dow Corning. So quite a unique, again, another unique piece of kit.
Inside it.
We're back out.
Oh my God, it's a knitting cover.
That's what you do. And if you're trying to multi-school tag, say,
We're gonna have a ride on that now. I know.
And that's a knitting cover.
Season. Yeah, that's probably been added. That's not gonna be the like official door. We got the Class 93, and thanks a lot for watching. We're just gonna grab.
do you think yes?
Digger.
Yeah, I got a photo of the digger for you.
Two diggers.
73, Billy.
Two diggers. Two diggers. And that's a pit, right?
Oh look, you can see a train down there, like.
Yeah, there's a mass. If you ever look down there, there's a tree. Yeah. We're just gonna go on this and have a ride on our way in.
Am I looking at
Am I there? We're gonna be ready to go now. Before we ride, here's my ticket. Look, I got these, and my brother has got them. Look how many there are. Look how many there are.
See? It's about like 10.
We're on our way.
We were like, oh,
We're on.
let's go.
There's a. Here you go.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yes, don't ruin it.
Mum, the tree.
We're in first class as well.
What's our thing that they would make you stop? Stop. What is it? It's when the trains stop. Hi, first.
There we are, so where you see these new houses being built up, that's how it used to be. You used to have all the old locos down there.
at that.
And when I was your age, we used to go playing in there. So,
Oh,
no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Naughty. Shouldn't do that.
The old person now. Thank you. And 220 got the other 60 got cut up.
Yeah, that's where that they used to be. That's where you used to stay at.
Thanks to Diamond and
No, that's the thing. On the tree for everybody. Seagulls, yes. Best friends. Over there in the water.
It might be.
These trees, they had cabbages at the back, you know, for the yard.
Yeah.
Would have had them all down here. What happened was the farmers in West Wales.
There we are. You see this tree we're on now? That's what it used to look like. Have a look through there. It's all different colours.
Oh no, when they were selling it, that the roof was solid.
Yes, then you can say that not have to
The farmers were buying it, taking the leather, selling them on it, but they're making 40. So wouldn't be.
We're in Barry.
Yeah. Coming out.
Can I have a look? What it looks like now?
That's where you used to know. He said that's where you used to live.
Yellow.
This one. This is the yellow. What's that?
Barry Island.
The island. Quick, Junior cricket. Oh, there's a one coming.
There's nothing in the station.
No, that was nice.
Mum, are we just going to be riding on this train today?
This is where my dad.
Oh yeah. It is this train. He said this train.
We stop. Are we getting off?
I hope everyone's enjoyed their trip.
Thank you.
Yes, we did.
There's the train. Thank you. Thank you for watching. See you all. Bye.